Today I want to talk about limiting beliefs. Have you heard that term before, limiting beliefs? That term I started hearing probably a few years ago, when around the time I started my business. I didn't really know there was a term for how I was feeling and thinking about myself. There's another term out there that you may or may not have heard, which is called imposter syndrome. And that's kind of goes along with the limiting beliefs. When you have these limiting beliefs that make you feel less than, make you feel unworthy, make you feel like you're not capable, that's exactly what imposter syndrome is. And so the reason I want to talk about this today is because a lot of times we get stuck. Oh, somebody's interrupting. We get stuck in just not moving forward with our progress, what we want to achieve. We may feel down and hopeless, right? We may feel like, what's wrong with me? Why are things not changing? Why can't I lose the weight? Why can't I feel better in my body or feel good in my skin? Why can't I feel confident? And oftentimes we have this narrative going on in our minds about what we think about ourselves, how we feel. And we just think, okay, well, we're not capable. We're not worthy. We're not going to be able to, lose the weight or even look as good as we did when we were younger, right? Before kids, which, as you know, I'm living proof that that's not true. And so many other women are living proof that that's not true. And a lot of times, if you go through your own journey of ups and downs, and maybe you're starting to look at other people that have it better than you, right? I put quotation marks because we may think a certain way, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. We think, they have it better because they have better genes. They have, maybe they have more money so they can afford a personal trainer, or they can afford all the different things that would help someone be able to lose that weight. We think of celebrities, right? We think of celebrities, they have personal trainers, they can eat all the healthiest foods because they have so much money. And we think, well, I'm not them. I can't ever be them. So I am just going to have to deal with my current situation, and I'm never going to be able to move forward. And that is a limiting belief right there. You don't have to be a celebrity to be able to work on yourself. You don't have to be a celebrity to start making small steps to move forward in your journey. And too many people, too often, because they have those limiting beliefs, they won't move forward. They won't start doing the things they need to do. They think, well, it's not enough. It's either an all or nothing mentality. And it should never be all or nothing. How about I'm going to give my best? I'm going to try. I'm going to keep going. Even when I fail, even when things aren't going as fast as I want it to go. A lot of my clients have wanted their success to happen so quickly. They were like, oh, it's been a week already and I haven't lost 1 pound. Or it's been a month and I lost weight, but I'm not at my goal yet, or whatever. And they have these super high expectations that they want their body to go through. But see, I went through my own weight loss journey starting at a very young age, 9 years old. And I knew now that I'm 38 years old, that quick fix, that trying to lose the weight so fast wasn't beneficial for me because, number one, there was a lot of mindset change and healing that I had to do. So I just put the weight back on. And it was this roller coaster of going up and down, up and down. And it's I'm so tired of this. I got to the point in my life that I'm I am tired of this. Why should I keep putting myself through this emotionally, right? Mentally, of this losing the weight, feeling good temporarily, and then something happens along the way and I put the weight back on. I didn't want that to be my life. And so I literally had to get past those limiting beliefs that I had about myself and be able to work through the bad habits that I had, the poor relationship I had with food, my own inner self-esteem, all those things before I can faithfully, sustainably get the weight off and keep it off. And so I challenge you today to think about what are some of the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. Is it that you feel like you just got the wrong end of the stick? You're never going to be able to be like so-and-so. You don't have good genes. Everyone in your family is overweight, so that's your destiny. Are you thinking like that? But at the same time, when you're thinking like that, you're not doing anything to move yourself forward in your weight loss journey. Or maybe you're like me. You've been on that roller coaster ride, up and down, up and down, up and down. And there's always that one thing that kicks you off on your journey of having this sustainable lifestyle, to be healthy, to be fit, to feel good in your skin, to be able to move around with your children and not get too tired, or being able to go up a flight of stairs and not be winded. I actually had a testimony of one of my clients who told me that on one of our calls. She said, I can't go up this flight of stairs without being winded. And I said, really? Okay. Well, I guarantee that's not going to be a problem after we're done working together. And lo and behold, she was like, I can go up a flight of stairs, I can go up and down, and I'm good. Like, I feel great. And what an accomplishment that is. And one of the things that I talk about is that the journey to the weight loss is not just about the weight loss, but what else you gain from working on yourself, from the inside out, really. And so I really want you to think and consider what it is that's holding you back. Maybe it's you haven't started because of these limiting beliefs. Or maybe you've started and then you had a hiccup, right? You ate something on the weekend, or you overate or something, right? That you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? You start having like that shame, that guilt behind it. And then what happens? Because you have the guilt and then you see the scale, it's gone up, and you quit. You're like, forget this. It's too hard. I can't do it. I'm never going to be able to do it. And then you just quit. So something is holding you back from you either starting, or it is causing you to stop these limiting beliefs. So just imagine how life would be if you didn't have those limiting beliefs, right? Picture waking up, energetic, right? Choosing an outfit that you like and not being like, ew. That was me. I would get dressed, or I would go to the store and try on clothes. And I like that. Who doesn't like clothes, right? But I grew to not like clothes because I would try them on in the fitting room, and I would look in the mirror and I would literally say these words, ew. I would just be like, oh, gross. And then I would leave everything. I would leave the store with nothing. After finding all these cute things and hoping that they look good and fit on me, try them on and just hate myself even more. But how would it feel? How would it feel if that was the opposite? If you could go into a store, pick out your clothes, and actually feel good in those clothes, and not have guilt and shame, and not say those words, ew, but say, man, I look good, I feel good, or get a compliment from someone, and, really, it makes you feel really good instead of rejecting that compliment. That was another thing that I did. I would reject compliments from people because I would be like, how can they just say that I'm pretty or that I look good or whatever when I don't see that? I don't see what they're saying. And so I would continue to have these limiting beliefs about myself. But now, excuse my daughter, but now I am able to live every day with confidence and joy. And isn't that what we all want? To have confidence and joy in our lives? That's what we deserve. And it's absolutely within your reach. Absolutely. I truly believe it. If I could do it, you could do it too. But I want to ask you, why do we find ourselves stuck? Why? All the time, before we begin, or we find ourselves giving up too soon. Why? And it all boils down to the beliefs. Those little voices in our heads that say, I can't do this. It's too hard, or I'm just not meant to be fit. I'm not meant to look good. And they're not only thoughts, but they're barriers for our success and our happiness. So today I want to challenge you to start thinking about what those limiting beliefs are for you. What are you constantly saying to yourself? What is the narrative that you have created in your mind? I understand that when we're in a situation, right, where we may have gained a lot of weight, I know I've been there. I got up to 214 pounds when I got when I had my kids, and I stayed there after giving birth to them. It didn't go away. But one of my biggest issues was that I didn't even want to get pregnant because I was afraid of gaining weight. Like, that was the biggest thing for me. I didn't want to get pregnant. I didn't even start trying for kids until 8 years into my marriage. And it was like, I really don't want to do this because I don't want to gain the weight, and I don't want to be in a situation where I can't lose the weight. And I already had started my pregnancy with weight on. So, it was a big struggle for me. And then I have twins, so there's some extra weight with there. And I got big, and it was painful at the very end, just how much I stretched out. I ended up getting diastasis recti and an umbilical hernia, which left me feeling defeated and felt like I was scarred for life. I asked the doctor if I can ever get rid of this, and she just told me, you're going to need surgery. So I was like, great. I didn't want surgery. I'm actually really scared of surgery just because of the stories you hear and stuff like that. But I was like, all right. I was kind of trying to mentally prepare myself for that. But I knew that I needed to work on myself. And I knew that, if I just worked on myself, if I could just start losing the weight, then maybe I can heal myself. Maybe. I wasn't completely sure at the time, I'll be honest. But I tried. And sure enough, that pig snout is no longer a pig snout, thank the Lord. And I'm happy with my results. And again, I didn't have that true, okay, this is going to look like this. This is exactly how I'm going to feel. I didn't know exactly what the end result feeling would be. But I was able to start the process of working on myself, making myself a priority. And that's where I want you to start. If you're struggling to even just start your weight loss journey, or if you've given up because you're just so tired of, doing it all over again, putting on the weight back and all that stuff, I want to encourage you that first you need to pinpoint what exactly are the limiting beliefs that you're carrying. And second, just start. Just start. And don't stop. I hope this encourages you to start today, attack those limiting beliefs, turn them around. Whatever you're saying that's negative about yourself, start saying the opposite of that. That is positive. And you're going to see a huge difference if you can keep doing that. Keep saying the things that you want to believe about yourself, and they will eventually become true. If this has resonated with you guys, I have a free 3-day challenge coming up February 28th, and I would love for you to be a part of it because I'm going to talk about a whole lot more on how I got to lose 76 pounds, how I've helped my clients lose the weight and, feel fit in their body, decrease their belly fat, and it's all going to be in this challenge, so I hope you can join me. Comment below challenge, and I'll send you the link to sign up. But that's going to be it for today's Daily Walk and Talk. I will let you guys go, and I'll see you again for our next Daily Walk and Talk live tomorrow. Say bye.
Bye.